with my microphone turned on, of course. Anyway, playing Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. Let's see how it goes. If I can get the game capture to work. Okay. Shadow over London.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Oh god.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Okay.
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
Okay. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce that. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. The longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late night promenade. Hello, Nara. Spokesman for the police assures the advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentlemen's clubs or the fair nightingales who covet them.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving
Switch to
many
audio only.
men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Oops. What is this Strand? Seconds left. Wardrobe. Free. Nice. The worst suit in the game. Why would you say that about your own cosmetic item? Facial hair customization. Fake bruises.
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes. A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness. Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here! Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Why would you advertise?
Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson?
Sure, now I can take the day off.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down.
Floppy ear.
Not because I was
Yeah.
scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings. I'll stand watch, just in case the strange man comes back.
Mind. Ah. Interesting.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he
Get the
also has
Strand.
his scruples.
Get your copy of the Strand
How
here.
about
Every
that
pawn
local
knows
fellow?
it's
He
part of the
seems
game.
rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this? Why go through all this scheming to murder
the
you?
Strand.
A spine
Get your
stuck
copy
to
of
the
the Strand
newspaper is
here.
hardly lethal.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Oh, I have to look for the bookshelf. I don't see it.
Excuse me, just one question.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Ah, there.
A ruined newspaper is hardly the end of the world. We can always buy another.
Okay. It's kind of weird to be staring at this person like this. Hmm. Okay, sore left leg. Hmm. Okay, could be a workaholic and a blackmail victim. Mr. Barnes has developed a limp and has large bags under his eyes, the result of long hours of intense work. He is not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hands suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Doggy.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Everlasting plants. Okay. What else?
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer.
Oh.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
So. Oops. Okay, let's try to figure out what's going on. get along. Damn it. I screwed up. There's some more that I need. What am I supposed to do? I'm so confused.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
What am I supposed to do? Oh, perhaps I can ask the person on the other side of the road about the flowers.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. A familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Seized husband. Fleming wears a mourning robe from a related husband. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. Shoes show no traces of mud. She must have changed them when she moved. Eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she is waiting for something. While Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she is trying to move on, as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's attention, or simply because she has learned to love herself again. Ready to move on? Still grieving. Okay.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right. I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Interesting.
I don't know anything about this, sorry. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Do more?
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Okay. Back
I'll be off.
Hmm. Need something more.
I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
I'll just ask about everything.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Let's try this again. There we go. Barnes plays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Miss Fleming. Okay.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The port authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming. I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career, but...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Impressive stature, strong gaze. I think this man deserves a knighthood.
Really, Holmes? How can you be so sure?
You're going
On
the
rare
way.
occasions, Watson, it can suffice to trust one's gut.
Okay, so if it's on the same street, I guess we'll just follow. Which street? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Down the street. This way. This way.
Not much further now.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
That's fair.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility. For it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
What
Go
do
ahead.
you expect
I'll
to
be
do
here,
without any
mentally
money?
drafting my complaint.
I think we're looking at a case might be a little than that. Thank you. Let's change it to that. Thick coat looked very hot and stuffy.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Chewing tobacco.
Good. Shack. So press Q to observe the object more closely. Okay. E print. Hiding.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Oh, what did I? No! How am I supposed to? Did I screw up? Okay, maybe I need more. Oh. Guess that's all I have for now.
A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Struggle. Oh, wait.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here. A small navy spyglass. A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? No air coming through it. Button chops. The remains of a meal. The ashes are long since cold.
Ball?
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills. Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Nice. Sounded like a pretty shitty person. I'm not surprised.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Damn it. Okay. Parallel tracks.
Who could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Okay. So we have this. Happened. Got knocked back. Wait, did Watson just phase into the ground?
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Let's try to remain courteous.
I should talk.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. Are you joking? Why would I know this?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Interesting.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
So it might have been someone else.
Where on earth are you going with this? Where on earth are you going with this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
So that means that shoe print is not our guy's. Wait, that must be from the wagon. So someone kidnapped him. Damn it. I don't know. Must be from the wagon.
Why are you still here?
Hush. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
There. It's good. Drugs. very confused. Get out of the way. Watson. I miss it.
This disappearance is intriguing. No, I cannot make head nor tail.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Oh, they filled the... Okay, they plugged the chimney, so filled the room with opioids. Oh. And he got knocked out. This guy got dumb. Fell over. Planted his face there.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
But then... Why go through all of this? Maybe there's a... Damn it. There's still more that I need to look for. Possibly be missing. God.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Maybe there's something at the pier that we can figure out. Oh yeah, we should talk to the
May I
people
ask for your assistance?
I wish I could help, but I know nothing.
here. Okay, newspaper stand guide is preoccupied.
May I ask you something?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Cool. What's doing here?
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you?
I can't help you with that, sir.
I'm very confused. Can do that. What am I supposed to do? No. What more? What more do you want from me? This is the first trail. What more possibly do at this point? Like, I ask The owner for the key? Please?
If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it. This dreary rain is making a miserable day even worse.
This disappearance is intriguing. No, I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Oh. Ah. I feel so dumb. What am I supposed to do? I did the trail thing. Is there more? I found the wheel tracks.
This disappearance is intriguing. No, I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Yeah. I know.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Yes, I know. I know. I know. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Saltpeter explosion, blah blah blah. Okay. Somehow that's related. Oh my god. Oh my god.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Wait a second, that means...
No air coming through it. No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
That's not what I...
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
So an explosion happened, I guess. And that led to the guy planting his face onto that. Oh my god, my brain. I suppose after the explosion, he got dragged out by our mysterious stranger. Pulled over by a wagon like this one, I guess. Why is this one all wrecked? This just leads to the exit from the garden.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
The only exit I can think of is this door here. But it's got a lock. Oh wait, only he and Kimia have the key to this lock.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Then, I mean, whoever it was could have easily just taken that key from him. What am I supposed to be deducing? Ah! What? Oh my god, what am I doing? Like before yesterday. I'm very lost. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This
No!
lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
I know. I know. There's like 2 other trails that I'm missing. Maybe I need to like, just look at other parts of town.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
It's a shame, but I can't help you.
Like missing something really simple. It's most likely that I'm missing something really simple. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Excuse me, just one question.
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
I should have worn something warmer.
Here. Correct wagon.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, sir. I never heard of it.
That knife, man.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Yeah, you said that before. We have a kidnapping, abduction, whatever you call it. Is it just snapping if the victim's not a kid?
What a grim view.
Cat. I can't put the cat. I'm so confused. What is happening? What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to talk to? What am I supposed to look for? Maybe it's all in the garden. I'm just very bad at this.
Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could help you, but I don't know.
There's 2 voices. Yeah, hello. You good?
Get the strand. Get your copy of the strand here. Why don't you give me another shilling now? Because I'm sure I'll spot something else soon. No?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running around in circles. Running around. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Places to go. Watson. The places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, I gotta keep moving on. What am I supposed to do from here? That could explain the clothing. Cloth. caught there. Just keep on moving ahead. Carol track. I know there are tracks here. What do I do? I can't examine the wagon. The door just says it's locked.
This disappearance is intriguing. No, I cannot make head nor tail of it.
The owner, fuck, just complains about the guy being missing. What can I do here? There isn't anything else that I can interact with either. I don't have enough things to help me deduce.
This disappearance is intriguing. No, I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Grass doesn't grow here, often used. Pile of logs fallen.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
God, finally. It was this. Garden cart was usually kept. So now that we know about that, can we ask for the key? Please?
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
Punch him. Baby.
This disappearance is intriguing. No, I cannot
Shut
make
up.
head nor tail of it.
Shut up. Must have been that. Knocked him out, dragged him over here, and then started carrying him with this wagon thing. Garden cart, I guess. What now?
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Please shut up, Watson. I was hoping you'd, like, get me something to work on. This disappearance is intriguing, no? I can't get the heads or tails of what happened. I'm losing my freaking mind here. Anything here? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do?
This disappearance
is intriguing, no? I cannot make head or tail of it. This disappearance is intriguing, though. I cannot make head or tail of it. Ah. I feel like I'm going insane. What now? Watson, please.
This lock is quite.
Oh yes, an unusual lock.
Bent to the
Yes, yes, I know, I know, I know. No. Oh my god. There's the key. Can I pick it up? Can I take the key? No, shut up, Watson. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Or is that where the key was supposed to be? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do? Maybe depending on what we assume happened, we can look for different things. Give that a try. That's not how it works. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just I might step away from this game for a little bit. Unless the solution magically appears. I'll just take a look for a little bit more.
God.
Yeah. Watson. 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 Oh, now you're showing the shit to me. The fuck? Why?
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
We already knew that he went through the door.
It makes total sense.
Ugh. Okay. Oh God. Okay, let's go back. And then shoe size, right? Maybe we can talk to Captain Steinbeck first.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
Fuck up,
I
man.
won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego,
Oh,
is
shut
another
the
second
fuck
wasted.
up, man.
I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute.
Oh.
The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
Oh, fuck you, man. Fucking asshole.
A large pile of horse droppings. Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed.
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
you know someone.
Oh, there's our part.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the colour and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
What? Yeah, by a sailor. Doctor's a sailor. Port of London.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
God.
Where to, Gov?
The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
Blood Red Knight. Oh.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
Huh. One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
Did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan. bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued?
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Okay, that's interesting. We abducted Kimahir. Where is Kimahir? Okay, I see now what pinning is.
Could you help me?
I think I can help you.
Wanders close to the dockyard.
Are you able to help me?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse. Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Chapped lips. Vomit stains. Tight trousers. Mustache, pregnancy. Huh?
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Miss, what if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
It's completely unaware of sarcasm. Funny.
May I ask you something?
No, sorry. I know nothing.
On with that camera.
Excuse me, just one question.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Okay.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Fresh missing for a week. Please tell if you see him. He's dying for 20 time. Bonus section. Oh, it must be here.
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man,
Boy
Roy
Solby,
gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
Don't go anywhere.
Interesting.
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
This cheap pendant looks like silver,
Hey,
but it's
the
only
thing
made of
with the
tin.
numbers.
No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
It's a large harbour. If our kidnapper residing here, finding him won't be easy.
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick.
Too hard on yourself. What's it? Still looking for Roy Soulsby.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Oh.
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Okay. Fuck down.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yeah. Excuse me, just one question.
I think I can help you.
Watch the shit that exploded yesterday near the third.
Help me, please. Sorry, sir. I can't help you. Can I ask you a question?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Find souls before find that kid's.
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
Now, where was I?
Yeah. Oh, we can choose what we think about him. Oh, I didn't realize. I just...
Can't help you there, mate. Can't help you there, mate. What are you on about? Can't help you there, mate.
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up. Sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there? That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while.
So Roy Soulsby is not the one who abducted him. Any idea?
Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know.
Anything about?
May I ask you something?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Oh my god.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sorry, I know nothing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Excuse me, just one question. Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Hey,
Can you help me?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay, let's look at what we have so far.
How can I help? I could try and flag someone down.
Is this familiar to you? Sorry, sir. I can't help you. Could you help me? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Where the hell am I going? Let's go to the bar.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
Okay.
Have you been drinking? Have you been drinking?
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
like to ask Roy Soulsby about him.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
That's fair.
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
God damn it.
I shall take my leave.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
Okay,
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty...
What? Boulder.
God damn it.
Mr. A man named...
What? Bold.
God damn it.
What? You cannot be serious.
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He's a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Hmm. Red warehouses. Not exactly what's in there.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir, I've never heard of it. That one looks like the one we're looking for.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
It's red paint.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay, let's go to the bar. Warehouse number 2 is the one we're looking for. We don't have a way to enter.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir. I failed to. Are you finished?
God damn it.
Why do
I?
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
Is the bartender connected?
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
The bartender's secret. Oh.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your silence. Everyone knows you happily served Summers and his crew. Should the police come knocking, you'll be the one going away. And none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
Cool.
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
Strong men needed for moving crates in warehouse area.
£5. That won't go far.
Invoice for sailcloth. Okay. Crates in the warehouse area. Fresh scratches.
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
I think I got it. He's in the warehouse. Maybe I have to go outside first. And it was warehouse number 2.
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
What? It's red paint.
Yeah, what is up there?
Sales cloth warehouse.
Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
Starting to look more likely. Get to the other side of that building. I guess it is a bit too conspicuous for crimes. Oh, this one. Oh. Jeez, okay. One. There we go.
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you.
As my brother would say, it is for the greater good. This crank saw some use. The layers of rust will prevent any movement. Well oiled and well maintained. Fit for a crank. I can't do it with my bare hands.
Crank, I guess. What is it, Watson?
A hidden passage, just as I expected. Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
Wait, what's happening?
We've been drugged. What the hell? What the fuck?
What is this place? Where am I? Strangely cold. Something is missing. This cannot have been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion? The only way forward is the abyss.
What's that mean?
Strangely cold. Something is missing.
Footprints. Does that mean it was the abyss?
Phew, I didn't die. It is icy cold and pulsating.
I guess that was it. Huh. The abyss.
My heart, be calm.
Striped boot from Sherlock Kadishtu? Wait, what? Do I have to, like, run like crazy? Ruh. Into the abyss we go again. Must be missing something again. Fuck. Fuck. What the fuck? Come on, come on.
Now I am somewhere else. How? It's harder to breathe here. What
Oh my
is
god.
that? It's like it stares right through me.
Interesting. Huh. Time for another trip to the abyss. What happens if I jump into that?
Oh no!
Oh.
Revolting.
That's interesting. What do I do now? Just hope that thing doesn't move. Just walk backwards, staring at that eye.
My head is already spinning. When will this end? There are 2 recesses.
Oh.
On my head. What just happened?
Fuck. Is this Zelda Lost Woods? I'm supposed to know which way is which. I just keep going straight ahead. Okay, I think think this is a good place to... Can I not save? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Why? Why would they do this?
There are 2 recesses.
Wait, there's something here. That do.
Ugh, the stench. A strange stone. It almost feels alive.
The fuck? Leave.
One down, 1 to go.
Supposed to look for. Okay, okay, I'm gonna have to do this area from the start if I can't save here. So I have to go. Oh well. That's pretty interesting though. Very trippy at the end. I guess it is a bit of a Lovecraftian horror going on. Alright.